Hey guys, it's Kenny with Flytime RC. We're gonna get the ultralight back up in the air, and I'm gonna talk to you guys briefly about a couple new updates to the plane. Firstly, I have a 15x4 prop. I also have the badass 2826 1030 kV motor that was on Blue Thunder. I took it off and put it on this plane. And then I also took the ESC from that plane, which is a 60 amp ESC. And then we switched back to a three cell 6,000 milliamp battery, because with the higher kV motor, we're getting a lot more RPM out of the prop, or out of the motor, and then we're also getting more thrust with the prop. So I had the choice. I made a post a couple days ago, but I basically had a choice between running the 780 kV motor on 4-cell with this prop and getting a little over 3,500 grams of thrust, or I could run this motor with the same prop on 3-cell and get a little over 3,500 grams of thrust. So it's basically the same. The only difference is I have double the capacity in on the 3S for the weight. And the same amount of thrust. So I decided I wanted more capacity so I could have longer fly times. But now we should theoretically have over 3,500 grams of thrust, which is a little bit more than, or around 1,000 grams over what the plane weighs. So in theory, this should work out awesome. Another thing that I did recently we could put the 15-inch prop on before, and it wasn't really a problem. The problem before was having ground clearance. If I got the tail up too high in a landing or something, the prop was going to hit the ground. It did hit the ground twice with the 15-inch 7x3 that we had. It hit the ground and ripped the motor off a couple times. So what I did is I raised the wheels. I made all new, basically all new everything. All new mounting hardware, and this time I got stainless steel 1/8-inch rods, so they're a little stronger and a little bit more springy, less likely to bend than the steel that I had. And then also, as you can see, I have over 4 inches of clearance on the prop, so if I wanted to, I could run a 16-inch prop without any issue. But now I got the 15-inch prop on there, and I don't have to worry about it. Another thing that we did is I extended the rudder by about 2 inches, because I was just messing around with it this morning, and I don't think I had enough rudder authority to make any tight turns on the ground. So I decided to extend that, and then I also changed out the servo horn to give us more throw. And then on top of that, I put an itty bitty little wheel on the back. That's a 1-inch wheel. I had a 2-inch wheel on here before, but I'm trying to, one, make it easier for this thing to turn, and two, also take a little weight off the tail to make sure this thing has proper CG. So those two things together should work out pretty good. But this is the first flight with the 15x4 prop, so we're going to get it up in the air and see how it does power-wise, and then also see what kind of flight time we have. All right, here we go. We're going to get this thing up in the air and see how it does with the new prop. We're also not flying in safe today. This will be the first time I'm flying it without safe. Part of the reason is because I have a flap system set up, and the safe kind of messes with it a little bit. And I'm trying to get the flaps and the elevator to work together, so when I put the flaps on, the plane doesn't shoot up in the air. So that's another thing I'll be kind of testing during this flight. But we won't have safe, so we're going to just try to take it easy and have some fun.
Yeah. Oh, God. Well, that was nice.
Oh my god. I was running it full throttle right there and it wasn't even moving. It's just too windy.
Yeah.
I can't believe I just brought it down at basically full throttle without braking it. That was scary. Yeah, there's no way. It's just too windy. You could see that we were almost totally stalled and it was full throttle. You could hear it. It was just like not even moving. So I'm bummed out about that because I've been waiting for like a week to try to test this thing out and there's just no way. It's just way too windy. This thing gets blown around way too easy, and it almost felt like I didn't have enough power, but I know I do. Like going over the math, like this is the most thrust I've had by quite a bit, and so it should be flying great, but it just felt like someone had a string on it and they weren't letting it move. Like I thought I was going to lose it down here a couple times. I thought I was going to lose it over there. I'm just like really fortunate I was able to bring this thing down without destroying it. So unfortunately that'll be the end of this one. I have no idea how well the prop did because it was basically full throttle the whole time, fighting against the wind to try to just land it safely. So maybe tomorrow or maybe later today, if the wind calms down, we'll try again. See you guys.